Most people believe ancient humans survived because they were stronger than us. They imagine fearless hunters wrapped in animal skins, marching through endless snow without fear. But they're wrong. The truth is far stranger. Our ancestors shouldn't have survived at all. The Ice Age was one of the most brutal environments humans have ever faced. Temperatures dropped far below freezing. Food disappeared for months. Entire landscapes turned into frozen deserts where a single mistake meant death. Yet somehow, they endured. Not only did they survive, they multiplied, built families, crossed continents, and left behind a secret that still lives inside your body today. The question is, how did fragile humans defeat the deadliest winters on Earth? And the answer changes everything we think we know about being human. Imagine waking up in a world where winter never really ends. No supermarkets, no heated homes, no electricity, no weather forecast. Only freezing winds powerful enough to strip warmth from your body within minutes. This wasn't a nightmare. It was reality. Around 20,000 years ago, during the peak of the last ice age, enormous ice sheets covered much of Europe, North America, and Asia. Sea levels were dramatically lower, and massive glaciers stretched for thousands of kilometers. It looked like another planet. Most animals fled south. Many species disappeared forever. Humans stayed. But then something strange happened. Instead of merely surviving the cold, humans began adapting to it. And that's where the real story begins. Scientists once believed survival depended mostly on physical strength. The bigger the muscles, the greater the chance of living through winter. But archaeological discoveries told a completely different story. Ancient campsites revealed carefully designed shelters built from mammoth bones. Massive curved frames supported roofs made from thick animal hides. Inside these shelters, small fires burned continuously. They weren't just tents, they were engineering masterpieces. Every entrance faced away from freezing winds. Every wall trapped precious heat. Nature wasn't defeating humans. Humans were learning to defeat nature. And this changes everything. Because intelligence, not strength, became humanity's greatest weapon. But warmth alone wasn't enough. Winter has another enemy: hunger. When snow covers the land, plants disappear, animals migrate, water freezes. Every calorie becomes priceless. Most predators simply hunted harder. Humans did something no other animal had mastered. They planned. Months before winter arrived, hunting groups worked together to gather enormous quantities of meat. Instead of eating everything immediately, they preserved food naturally. The freezing temperatures acted like giant refrigerators. Fresh meat stayed edible for weeks, sometimes months. Without realizing it, Ice Age humans had discovered one of history's first food storage systems. It sounds simple, but it changed civilization forever. Because survival was no longer about today's hunt. It became about tomorrow. Then scientists uncovered another astonishing clue: ancient tools. At first glance, they looked ordinary: stone blades, bone needles, animal sinew, nothing extraordinary. Until researchers realized what these tools created. Clothing, not rough animal skins thrown over shoulders. Real clothing, layers, tailored garments, fitted boots, insulated gloves, even hooded jackets stitched together with incredible precision. Bone needles found at archaeological sites are surprisingly similar in purpose to modern sewing needles. That tiny invention may have saved humanity because air trapped between layers of clothing became insulation. Suddenly, humans could walk farther, hunt longer, explore colder lands. Sometimes the smallest inventions change history the most. But here's the disturbing part. Winter wasn't only attacking the body, it attacked the mind. Imagine endless darkness, weeks of freezing winds, children crying from hunger, every day wondering whether the next hunt would be your last. Fear could destroy a group long before starvation did, yet evidence suggests ancient humans found another survival tool: stories. Inside caves illuminated by flickering firelight, families painted animals across stone walls. Many researchers believe these paintings weren't simple decorations, they were lessons, warnings, memories, hope. Each story connected one generation to the next. Knowledge survived because stories survived. And perhaps that's why humans became the greatest storytellers Earth has ever known. Because stories kept people alive. Then something even stranger happened. Humans started working together in ways almost no other species could. A wounded hunter wasn't always abandoned. older members who could no longer hunt still remained with their communities. Why? Because experience became more valuable than speed. An elder remembered migration routes, dangerous valleys, hidden rivers, safe caves. One memory could save dozens of lives. For the first time in history, knowledge became a survival resource. Not food, not weapons, memory. And unlike meat, knowledge could be shared without disappearing. But nature still had one final challenge: the cold itself. Scientists have discovered that the human body can slowly adapt to repeated exposure to freezing temperatures. Blood vessels become more efficient. Metabolism changes. The body learns to protect its core temperature. Even today, people living in extremely cold regions often display remarkable cold tolerance developed through generations. Our ancestors didn't possess magic, they possessed adaptation. Every winter shaped their bodies. Every generation became slightly better prepared than the last. Nature was rewriting humanity from the inside out. Then came an unexpected twist. The Ice Age didn't last forever. The planet slowly warmed. Glaciers retreated. Forests expanded. Rivers returned. Most species simply followed the changing environment. Humans did something completely different. They expanded. Groups spread across Europe, into Asia, across massive land bridges connecting continents, eventually reaching places no human had ever seen before. Every winter shaped their bodies. Every generation became slightly better prepared than the last. Nature was rewriting humanity from the inside out. Then came an unexpected twist. The Ice Age didn't last forever. The planet slowly warmed. Glaciers retreated. Forests expanded. Rivers returned. Most species simply followed the changing environment. Humans did something completely different. They expanded. Groups spread across Europe, into Asia, across massive land bridges connecting continents, eventually reaching places no human had ever seen before. Ironically, the skills developed during Earth's harshest winters prepared humans to conquer almost every environment on the planet. The greatest obstacle became the greatest teacher. But here's the part nobody expected. Many of the habits that helped Ice Age humans survive are still shaping your life today. You build insulated homes, store food for the future, wear layered clothing, gather around warmth during winter, tell stories to your children, work together during disasters, plan months ahead instead of living day to day. These don't feel extraordinary because they've become normal. Yet every one of them carries the fingerprints of people who fought impossible winters thousands of years ago. You're not separate from them. You're their continuation. Scientists often ask what made humans different from every other animal. Was it intelligence? Language? Fire? Tools? Maybe. But perhaps the real answer is something much simpler. Humans survived because they refused to face winter alone. One person could build a fire. A group could build a future. Every shared meal, every warning, every story, every invention added another layer between humanity and extinction. Civilization didn't begin in comfort. It began in survival. Now think back to the beginning. Most people believe ancient humans survived because they were stronger than us. But strength fades, muscles weaken. Even the greatest hunter eventually grows old. What truly defeated the deadliest winters on Earth wasn't power. It was curiosity, planning, creativity, cooperation, and hope. The Ice Age didn't create fearless humans. It created adaptable humans, people who turned frozen landscapes into classrooms, who transformed fear into invention, who answered impossible problems with impossible ideas. And maybe that's the greatest survival secret of all. Humanity has never been defined by the world it inherited. It has always been defined by the world it learned to overcome. Because in the end, the greatest shelter our ancestors ever built wasn't made from mammoth bones or animal skins. It was the extraordinary ability of the human mind to imagine a tomorrow worth surviving for.